the best place on earth, from Ontario to Manitoba to Saskatchewan to Alberta and finally British Columbia. This is the last province in Canada before we enter United States. Woohoo! Good morning. So it was a fun night because last night it was raining a lot and we were in the tent. As you can see now we are drying our tent and we are packing everything. So we should be leaving in about 30 minutes or 1 hour. We are having peach and banana and strawberry for breakfast and we'll have a lunch later, some tuna sandwiches. See you. Hello and welcome back to The Beat Goes On. First, let's do a recap. So about 2 months ago, we left on a road trip from Toronto and went to Owen Sound, to Saint Marie, Thunder Bay, Winnipeg, Edmonton and then Calgary. So after spending 2 weeks in Calgary, we spent the last 2 nights camping at Banff and Jasper. And today, we are going from Jasper, Alberta to British Columbia. We will be crossing the border and driving into British Columbia to Kelwona, which will be our stop for the next week. Hello, it's Monday morning and usually on a Monday morning we are in a new city working, but because we are in Banff and Jasper this weekend, we thought we will take a long weekend and spend our time in camping. So today it's Monday morning. Last night we camped at Jasper. We are all packed and ready to leave. We are now today going to Kelwona, but we'll spend some time in Jasper, go around the city, go to the Jasper town and probably go to sand dunes, and from there we'll go to Kelowna. It's about 8 to 9 hours drive, some 700 kilometers. We'll reach around 10-11 p.m. at night. It's gonna be a fun day. See you. So we left our campground at 11 a.m. and our first stop was Jasper's sand dunes. And from there, our plan was to stop in Jasper town for lunch and then proceed straight to British Columbia. At the sand dunes in Jasper now. This is really nice place. Like you can walk as far as you want into the lake. It's sunny, but there are black clouds. So it's time for us to leave from here, and we'll be proceeding to Kelwona, and we'll reach probably 8 or 10 hours. Let's see how the day goes. But this sand dune. So, after spending some time at the Jasper Lake sand dunes and spotting the elk, we drove straight to Jasper town to stop for lunch. KFC for lunch today, and probably this is the first time that we are having lunch outside in our entire trip. It's been 7 weeks and every single lunch has been chicken biryani or something else. But we were at Jasper town and we've been out of our house for 3 days. So that's why we stopped at KFC. And after that junky KFC lunch, we drove straight to the border. We are now reaching British Columbia, which will be our 5th and final province in Canada. Welcome to British Columbia, the best place on earth. From Ontario to Manitoba to Saskatchewan to Alberta and finally British Columbia. This is the last province in Canada before we enter the United States. Woohoo! I finished my coke. Can I get something else, please? Thank you. Yeah. खोल के देती हूँ. नहीं, take it. Welcome to the lush green landscapes of British Columbia. After spending 2 weeks in Alberta, we will be spending the next 2 weeks in British Columbia. So, for the first week, we will be staying in 2 cities, Kelowna and Kamloops, and the next week, we will be staying in Vancouver. This will be our last stop in Canada before we go to United States of America. British Columbia, so beautiful, it's so green. Wow. And after making that quick stop, we played our favorite music and drove for next 300 kilometers continuously. Hello. So we drove for 300 kilometers and then we got bored and tired. So look at what we're doing. We're making some avocado sandwiches. We have avocado, mayo, Szechuan sauce and bread. We're going to sit in this beautiful place and have avocado sandwich. And my sandwich is ready. Avocado, mayo and the Szechuan sauce. Yummy. Mmm. On our way to Kelwona, from Kamloops to Kelowna. It's evening 7 p.m. and we have stopped somewhere just to take a break and enjoy the beautiful scenic route. And that was the last stop we took in this long driving day from Jasper, Alberta to Kelowna, British Columbia. We are 150 kilometers away from our new destination. We should be reaching in an hour or so. The drive from Kamloops to Kelwona is about 200 kilometers and it's a really beautiful scenic drive. So, after driving for 600 kilometers from Jasper, Alberta, we reached Kelwona, British Columbia. This will be our next stop, but only for 3 days. This week, we will be staying in 2 cities, Kelowna and Kamloops. In our next episode, we will share our experience of living in Kelwona and Kamloops. So see you in our next episode, and the beat goes on. Hello, we are in Kamloops now. Finally we reached Kamloops. It took us 2 hours from Kelowna